Hello, girls and guys. Yo, girls and guys. How's it going? Hope you guys are doing well. I haven't played this game in a long. I don't even remember. It could have been 6 months ago. Could have been a year ago. I don't even remember. Oh, it's nice to play a game that's responsive on the Switch. I swear some games just like have this extra input lag, this extra delay. So I don't remember the controls. But this game should be easy as fuck, so. What's that? Oh, I don't even know if I should be picking that up. That might have been worth saving. It was like a crouch slide. Oh, that's sick. I just feel like if you don't like this game, you might as well just consider yourself a boomer pessimistic asshole who gave up all their love of the Nintendo 64 days, all their love of any 3D platformer. I'm not saying it's like the best game ever, it's just like, I don't know, I feel like any real gaming fan, especially from the 90s and the early 2000s, like these are the kind of games we wanted to see more of a long time ago. Good mechanics, new, original mechanics. Its own style of camera, its own style of gameplay. Actually, the more I play the Switch, the more I actually really like it. It's kind of funny because when I pretty much hated Nintendo after the Wii. And then I only ended up giving the Switch a shot because I was bored. There wasn't shit for video games around then. Eventually Fortnite came out and that was fun for a little bit, but it really wasn't. When I'm thinking back, there was like Hollow Knight, and then what? There was really not much. So even though I wasn't ecstatic about what kind of game Mario Odyssey was, and just how easy it was, and I just don't understand what people are seeing in it that's so fun. Unless I'm missing half the content, I don't understand. I will give that game a quick run through for the channel eventually, but I don't think I'm ever gonna speedrun it or take it seriously and get a bunch of stars. Ooh. I guess meandering around is worthwhile in this game. And that's another thing. If a game puts in those types of secrets and they're like actually worth something in the game, that's already a huge leap forward compared to what most average games do, you know? And average games aren't even bad. So what does that make this? If this game is doing things way better than average games, that makes this a damn good game, you know? If you don't like platformers, you ain't gonna like any platformer, so you shouldn't even be reviewing this kind of game, you know what I mean? If you aren't out there and you really like Neon White and Mario Odyssey speedruns, and you speedrun Super Mario 64, and you're like really picky, and that's why you didn't like this game, sure. But if you just didn't like this game because you're a shit gamer, and your opinions are bad, no. That doesn't fly in my book, you know what I mean? You gotta earn... If you're gonna hate a good game, you gotta earn that, is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? You're just gonna hate a good game whilst not even having a good opinion on video games. I just never, sometimes you'll like think you know somebody, like you'll respect their opinion on video games because you like have a history together, or you just know that they like a lot of good games that you seem to think are good too. But I swear, never trust that shit because I don't know, man. I see people that I used to think were like the sickest gamers back when I was a kid, and they don't play shit that's good anymore. They don't even know if they play video games anymore. They're like too adult to even play video games. They're too adult to play video games, but they will kill their body with daily drinking with the boys. That goes to show you where their priorities lie. And it's just like, I see that so many times where it's like, I respect somebody's opinion on video games, and then I see that they just don't like something that's great, and I'm just like, what? Like, for example, I'll use this because I really like Maximilian, dude, so it doesn't even matter if I criticize him a little bit, because it'd be kind of cool if we could suck that off or something. That's what she said. But I know he like respects Smash Bros. Melee, but it's just weird to be that into fighting games and like not even be a Melee fan, you know what I mean? Did this guy really talk to me after wandering around here forever? And that's just like one example. I know sometimes it's just people getting older and stuff, but why you even got an opinion on games then? You know what I mean? If you don't like games no more and you're too old for games, like, you shouldn't even be telling people what you think is good or bad, because your opinion is fucking shit, you know what I mean? It'd be like if I went around and told everyone who likes real-time strategy games and they like those MOBA games, and I just trash talk Command and Conquer, and I trash talk League of Legends, and I trash talk Dota, and I trash talk StarCraft, and you know what I mean? I don't ever trash talk those games. I don't like those games, but I don't trash talk them. They're obviously good to somebody who likes them, you know what I mean? I'm all for pointing out bad games, but it really bothers me when people... There's another example that just happened, like, I was looking at the reviews for Tales of Arise, and one of the first reviews had, oh my god, the guy sounded so fucking stupid. He had, like, no games on Steam. Like, he just sounded like somebody who hated any... Like, he wanted his fucking... He wants his JRPG to be voice acted by the guys who did, like, Cowboy Bebop, and and like Death Note, and like Trigun, and like Yu Yu Hakusho, or however you pronounce that. He wants the fucking billion-dollar anime voice actors. He wants the least cringy story you can possibly get. Like, what do you expect? You got little Japanese characters, and this isn't a story written by a fucking A1 anime writer, you know what I mean? This is a story written by a video game company. You gotta take the good with the bad. Every fucking JRPG since Final Fantasy 1 has a little bit of that cringe in it, you know what I mean? If you're just gonna go hate a game instantly because like, why are you even playing JRPGs, you know what I mean? Fucking idiot bought the game and left a negative review on it when it doesn't deserve it. I hate that shit, man. I don't care if opinions are subjective. They're not. Some things have objective opinions about them. Halo 3 is objectively one of the best shooters of all time, even with its garbage aim assist. Melee is one of the best fighting games of all time, even with its abusable mechanics that get old as fuck. You know what I mean? You don't get to leave a negative review on those games. I don't care what people say. Who didn't like them? Like, fuck off. Some things are objectively good. And you guess what? Usually those things have at least a die-hard fan base, if not more. You know what I mean? Just proving that it's that good. I've had more fun walking around in this boring-ass hub world than I have playing other games lately. Let me eat your soul! Mama, mama! That was bad. Not that my impersonation was bad, my impersonation was actually pretty good. I just don't want to say that. It doesn't fit with my... I'm like the... What do they call those? The anti-hero. Except I'm better than... I'm like the reverse Ultima anti-hero. I'm the ultimate hero who idiots might see as the anti-hero. I just look how good the hitboxes are on this shit. You know what I mean? I can walk up the log. I can fall. You're not getting this shit in other games. I don't care how simple that is. You're just not getting it in almost any... Like, it takes a Mario Sunshine or like a top tier, huge budget game to fucking have that level of effort and detail. Anyways, what I was saying is don't trust one opinion. I've done that in the past, and the more I go throughout my life, the more I can see that if you trust one opinion and it just happens to be the wrong one, you're fucking over your own life, you know? Like, imagine I read some reviews, because some of the reviews say Fire Emblem Engage is worse than Fire Emblem Three Houses. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about, because I think Fire Emblem Engage is the best Fire Emblem I've ever played, you know? I love Fire Emblem games, and that one's my favorite. Love the characters, and that's one of those games where the story and the characters are actually done so well that it's not cringe at all. It's actually usually, for the most part, it's heartwarming, or it's funny, or... You know what I mean? It's actually really good. I would watch an anime that was like that. And the thing is, idiots who don't appreciate JRPGs look at almost every single one of them, and you'll always find an idiot who bought the shit anyway and then reviewed it. And basically the only thing bad they can say about it is enemies are damage sponges, and that's why I'm leaving a negative review. I fought one boss in the beginning when I had no extra special attacks and it took too many hits, and then I gave it a better... It's like the dumbest, stupid brain fucks that, you know, they don't got YouTube channels, they're not receiving games for free. These guys, what are they doing? Like, wasting their time in their life reviewing games negatively, you know? Especially something like Tales of Arise, which is... It's a game that is not only worth the $60 it originally was, but it quickly went on sale, a massive sale on Steam within like less than a year, pretty much. You know what I mean? And it's just like, are you fucking serious? I could see maybe like leaving a positive review and then leaving a couple criticisms, but goddamn, these people are fucking stupid. I hadn't even played the game yet. I watched maybe like 5 minutes of Caleb Hart play it back the day it came out. I don't know anything about the game except a couple of screenshots and like a little trailer I might have watched at some point. And I can already tell you, it's not worth a straight-up negative review at $20 for a game that you could play for like 40 to 150 hours, or I don't know exactly how. I've seen some people on Steam reviews who had played it a long time, you know what I mean? I don't know, that's just something I thought I would mention because I wasn't even going to make a commentary, and then of course I shouldn't even go on these fucking reviews because I always get pissed off. I should only look at reviews for games that I don't like, because every single time I do that shit, I always end up getting pissed off and regretting it. Because these people are basically haters who attack from behind their keyboard. And they think they're completely right in their stupid fucking brain. Like, there's no way they're wrong. Meanwhile, the game's 60 hours long, and the dude played like 8 hours of it. Probably let it sit there for 2 hours of that 8 hours. I don't know, man. You know, he probably bought it on sale, too, on like a summer sale. Because it was a new review. And then the same idiot said that Final Fantasy XII does everything better than Tales of Arise, and that was made in what, 2012 or whatever he said. That was his argument. That's why the game is a negative review. Well, they're not even the same kind of game. Final Fantasy 12 is ugly as fuck for today's standard. It's the most blurry fucking mess of dead cities. You just walk through cities of like characters and they're just like wandering around and you don't give a fuck about any of them. The gameplay in that game is so fucking boring. It's literally what led to fucking Final Fantasy 13's dogshit gameplay. It was... Final Fantasy X started the downfall of them like not caring about the RPG elements, and then Final Fantasy 12 put the nail in the fucking coffin, and then Final Fantasy 13 was a joke. And people who try to defend that shit are just like non-gamers. Like these people... Like, okay, if you play Final Fantasy 13 because you like the characters and the story, fine. I think they're great. The characters are cool, but I don't care what a Lassie is or whatever the fuck that... You know what I mean? And I don't give a fuck about any of the bosses I played. None of the gameplay. All I remember about that game is going into battles and pressing the auto battle button and then paradigm shifting when I needed to heal and then going back. And that got me through like the first 30 hours of the game and I don't even remember any of it. It's one of the worst games I ever played in my life. For how good of the story, the amazing story, which it actually is pretty damn good if you can get past the Japanese cringiness. And the graphics were sick, the cutscenes were sick back then, obviously. It's just, it's sad because it has great pieces there, and then it's stitched together poorly with the worst gameplay of the series. I don't know how people lie to themselves and tell themselves that auto battling over and over is fun. You don't even, and the thing is, the auto battling picks the best option, so it's not even like you going in there and choosing some of the fights yourself against tough enemies. It doesn't even really matter. Because most of the time the auto battle will either pick the best option or you don't even have to fight the hard fights because you can just run away from the enemy anyway. You get your experience elsewhere. And talk about, that same guy who said something about damage sponges, talk about damage sponges. Final Fantasy 13 has the most damage spongiest fucking annoying enemies in the game. There's like this armored shell fucking adamantoids fucking, or some shit. And I just remember loving the story, and at that point when I fought that fucking adamantoids thing for like 20 fucking hours for no reason. That was one of the nails in the coffin, one of the things that killed my ability to ever finish Final Fantasy 13. Now, I'll probably never finish that game in my entire life. Even though I've bought it twice, technically, now. But, you know what I'm saying. And why did I buy it the second time? Because Zeal, random people on the internet, made me think again that it wasn't dog shit. I started up the game and played for 30 minutes and realized and remembered everything. I was like, oh fuck, this game is dog shit. Should have returned it on Steam that moment, but I wasn't into the returning thing back then. I could just go on and on because every single time I look at good games, whether it's on Steam or it's on YouTube or it's a friend or it's a sibling, everyone's opinion on video games is so fucking dog shit. You know what I mean? Like, you have people who used to love Smash Bros. Games who won't even try Ultimate out because they're that douchey. You know what I mean? I can't respect people who purposely shun good games and then they go and support games that are literal, like, 6 out of 10, 5 out of 10s. So boring, there's, like, you don't do anything in the game. It's more about just connecting with your friends that you play it with or some shit. Like, that's fine, but don't go around telling me that game's good, you know what I mean? If you ain't playing the game solo, grinding it for YouTube montages, it's not that fucking good. And you ain't that fucking into it, you know what I mean? People who haven't... Okay, here's how it goes. I've played 7,000 hours of Master Chief Collection just on the PC in the last few years. That's 10 times... possibly 20 times the amount some of these gamers have played their favorite game, you know what I mean? Quote-unquote gamers. See what I mean? They're not grinders. They haven't played a big variety of games. They've never played a super competitive game super deep. They've never had that type of hustle where you're sacrificing your life and your time here to fucking really play something like that. You know what I mean? So it's just like... just give it a rest, guys, because your opinion is fucking trash. I'm not even close to playing all the games I feel like I should have played in my life. But my opinion is S tier compared to these fucking idiots. I think that's most of the crap I want to talk about for, like, raging on negative review donkeys, but the fact that I can do this right here. This is already making it better than 90% of the games that get released. I can bench stall with a slide. Fucking playing Tony Hawk. That wasn't even the original conversation I wanted to have for this video. That only came up because I was, right before this video, I was just checking out Tales of Arise, and I was gonna get into it really soon once I beat Fire Emblem Engage and a couple other games that I got started. So I just wanted to hype myself up for the game a little bit. And I go on the reviews, and it's, some of the top reviews are the biggest idiots I've ever fucking had the displeasure of reading in my entire life. Like, holy crap. I'm assuming these are ones I've seen already. Probably need to watch those again, honestly. Jeez, Kirby's the fucking star of the show. Yeah, I mean, that's mostly it. It just frustrates me that it's never gonna stop being a thing. Like again, Fire Emblem Engage. Easily one of the most creative and well-balanced and fun Fire Emblem games. Yeah, it has its shortcomings, but every game does. They need to make money. They can't make perfection for free, you know? And I just don't see how you could be a Fire Emblem fan and give that game a worse score than Three Houses and a worse score than some of the other games. Because, like, I love Three Houses, but it was obviously a stepping stone game to keep them alive on the Switch, you know what I mean? There's a lot of filler, there's a lot of things I can criticize about that game. And the thing is, I'm playing Fire Emblem Engage, and I'm having... Guess what? I'm being engaged every battle. Every time there's something new going on, it's interesting and fun. The story's better. Way better. Even though Fire Emblem Three Houses, actually, the first 15 chapters were sick, and the story could have... If it went all the way to 30 chapters, could have been one of the best stories in any game ever, but sadly... That game, I don't know, must have got rushed at the end or something, or the developers just didn't have the money to pad that game out the way it could have been, but I don't see how you could ever be like, yeah, Engage gets an 8 out of 10. Like, the Metacritic literally says that, so there's paid reviewers are with trash opinions. They're probably not even fans of Fire Emblem, so why are they even reviewing it, you know what I mean? They're fans of getting paid for their little review website, and their little Destructoid magazine dumbass articles, and their dumbass fucking Game Informer spreads, and their dumbass fucking rate Call of Duty with a high rating, and then give Final Fantasy 16 and other good games shit ratings. Stranger of Paradise gets a shit rating, but... somehow other dog shit games get good rating. But, I don't know. I gotta bring that up. Every single time I see something that ridiculous, I'm always gonna talk about that. What's this guy doing? Banana Waddle Dee. Oh, so this is like your main dude. I like how the bandana is what makes him badass, though. That's funny. It's almost like Nintendo knows what they're doing. And the other thing is, when you're getting a game like this, and you're getting a game like Fire Emblem Engage and Fire Emblem Three Houses, it's not always just about that one game, you know what I mean? It's about the potential. What can they do with those mechanics and those engines that they built for us in the future, you know what I mean? Because Fire Emblem, the two Fire Emblems on the Nintendo Switch got me so fucking excited for the next Fire Emblem. Even though I'm already an old man, I found myself like wishing we were 3 years ahead in the future. And that shouldn't be the case, you know what I mean? That should be the last thing on my mind. I should be trying to slow down my time and enjoy my time, right? But I was having so much fun with those Fire Emblem games. It was so easy to just turn on the Switch and play a couple chapters, and I could play more every single time. I could easily play more. It was so fun. You know what I mean? And then you go and see the reviews, and some idiot is like rating it worse than some other trash game. And they're like getting paid for these shit reviews, you know what I mean? It's like somebody's got to call this shit out. Yeah, a lot of these Japanese games got slightly cringe stories. But guess what? These are games that are getting translated. These are games that are for kids. They're not nearly as cringe. They're not nearly as dull and mundane and as linear as these fucking idiots would have you believe, you know? Especially that guy who reviewed fucking Tales of Arise. I guarantee that game is not going to be as linear as he acted like it was. The battle system isn't going to be as unrewarding as he acted like it was. There's no way any aspect of Final Fantasy XII tops it besides maybe some of the character design. And even then, pretty much just because of the waifus back then. But it doesn't even matter because you end up hating the good parts of Final Fantasy XII because overall it's a dog shit game. It's a literal like 4 out of 10 game. You know what I mean? It's just not fun. It's kind of like how the game Chrono Cross is overrated by certain fans. I'm not saying it's a bad game. I think it's got a really promising story and engaging characters. It's another one of those games with this clunky, weird battle system that's super unsatisfying. Like if Legend of Dragoon had a worse battle system, that's basically what Chrono Cross is. I don't care what anyone says. If it takes 30 hours for me to get into the game before the battle system gets interesting, it's not a good battle system. You can have a couple boring missions in the beginning, yeah. Fire Emblem has that, every fucking RPG in the world has that, every game has that. Unless you're playing Dark Souls. But that's most of this crappy complaining stuff I wanted to talk about. Let's hop into some gameplay. Shouldn't need too much focus to play this game. I think I'm playing this on the harder mode, but shouldn't be too hard. Should be able to just chill. Okay, yeah, I don't remember any of this. What does that star mean? I think I was here. I don't want to press A because it might go right in. Okay. I guess it's kind of linear here with how we're going, for at least in the beginning. Oh, there's like some searches. Cool. Don't I have like a knack for those things? Don't you guys see? Like that was in the most like inconspicuous spot of all time, and I just like go right up to it like a genie. And then there's only like one out here. It's got a knack for these kind of things, guys. Yeah, look at that. There's like one, maybe. There might be like one more. There it is. I don't know if I have the patience to collect all these kinds of things. Oh, there was more. Whatever. I probably found those faster than like... I didn't even know they were there, and I probably found those faster more than like 99% of the population who played this game. Especially that first one. You know what I mean? And that's why I feel like if anyone deserves to review games, it's probably the guy who spent his whole life playing them, not the person who spent his whole life hating video games, you know what I mean? That's why all I got to say is, take these opinions with a grain of salt, because you might fucking love Final Fantasy Stranger of Paradise, and it might feel like the next Neo to you, but except better, because you're a Final Fantasy fan. You know what I mean? And I could go on and on. Like, somebody I know wasn't that impressed with Bloodborne, And I never really wanted to give it a shot because it was just, to me, it was just like scary or Dark Souls, except it was old, so it probably wasn't good. But guess what? I'm playing Bloodborne and I'm having just as much fun as I had with Dark Souls 1 through 3, you know what I mean? It's a fun game. I don't even notice it's on 30 FPS, it doesn't even feel like it, it feels like 60. If I play a lot of high FPS games, I will notice it a little bit more, but... And I just, like, if I trust these people's opinions, guess what? I don't get to play what ends up being some of my favorite games of all time, which games that feel like a 10 out of 10 to me, you know what I mean? So I could be losing out on a game that would be a 10 out of 10 to me because I listened to the opinion of some Nimrod who isn't as good at... They're not as good as me at video games, especially the ones that matter. They haven't played as many as me. They haven't sacrificed as much for video games. I'm not saying they're bad people. I'm not saying anything like that. Just specifically talking about the way they talk about video games. Oh, there was another one. Holy shit. They really want you to fucking do this. Commentators just going in circles around the map. Okay, maybe it wasn't that hard to find that one, but still. The fact that I, like, instinctually went there, kind of weird. Is there, like, a dash? Oh, there is! It's the same button as Fire Emblem Engage. Alright, let's do a level, and then I'm gonna hop out of here. I had a long day so far. I woke up at like 12 a.m. I worked out a bunch this morning. And... Oh yeah, the other thing I was gonna say, I really like where Nintendo's going with... Like, it seems like they're trying to make games not only run on as low-end hardware as possible, but at the same time look as good as possible because of lighting tricks and because of new age technologies. I'm not exactly sure how they make these games look this good, because they're always... Like, I know they don't look as good as, like, a fucking Unreal Engine game on a 4090 graphics card, right? But at the same time, the fact that these are running on a Switch from 2017 or whatever, pretty fucking crazy if you ask me. Well, give me that power, boy. Let's go. So I'm assuming you don't really need to upgrade that powers that much at all in this game, but you can if you want. I don't remember the button to, like, get rid of my power. Okay, oh, you got to hold it too? That's a nice quality of life feature. I've got a little lamp. I got a new power over here. Oh yeah, and then the other fun thing about this, don't you, like... Oh shit. Okay, so select gets rid of your power instantly, I guess. Wait. I thought there was like a screen where... Am I missing something? Is it the D-pad? There's a little taunt button. Oh my god. I think that's what that is. I thought there was like a screen where... Am I going crazy? It like shows you your ability and like how to do moves and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm forgetting a button or something, but I know I'm not. You can like light grass on fire a little bit, that's kind of fun. Can you break this? I don't remember if you can have two at once or something. What we got over here? I'll be taking those. Nice little secret back area. Yeah, I swear there was a... I might be just confusing it with other Kirby games that are older, but I don't know. Is it the amiibo button? Or I don't even know what button that is. Oh, there might have been a secret. I wasn't paying attention. Weak to your own attack, dummy. I don't technically need to kill every last enemy. What do I get from here? These guys are gonna be easy. Yeah, is this a Waddle Dee? That was kind of an easy one. I shouldn't even say kind of. I mean, that one was super easy. And if they find a way to, like, sort of combine this style of top-down 3D platformer, but they also add a camera that rotates behind the character as well, I feel like that could be the potential for, like, the next step for Mario 64, because we've never really gotten a platformer that outdoes some of the mechanics in that game. And I feel like that's what would be doing it. Basically, Super Mario Odyssey 2, except there's a bigger emphasis on high-skill platforming and a different camera that, or a camera that's more diverse, I guess. Wouldn't even have to be for every level either. It would just be that sometimes the best platforming is clearly in games where that camera gets right up behind your character and you're like fucking moving, you're schmoving. We could probably like jump over gaps with this power. There's probably like a Waddle Dee hiding in one of these things or something. Oh, I don't know what. Alright, let me see. We're gonna take that hit for science. I don't remember, maybe that's a wind power you need or something. I don't know, it seems like a good game. I could see like maybe it not being your favorite game because you're kind of picky with your platformers and you like them hard, but I don't see how you could be like, this game is not good, definitely not worth 40 bucks, trash. Just don't see how people can have these types of opinions. I don't know what those are anymore. Sure, with something with these up and down movements are gonna be hiding something good somewhere. What'd you just say, dude? I don't know, man. I almost died, I think. And that'll heal us. They're a little stingy with their powers on this level. I guess there's somewhere they just kind of want you to use the one or two that you happen to cross. What's the point of lightning? Oh shit. I like that he has a little HP meter in this game. I hope this doesn't fuck me over here. Okay. Gotta get our Waddle Dees. But playing this game made me want to play the game Curse Crackers, you know what I mean? Anytime a game makes me feel like playing another game I had sort of forgotten about for a while. I always know it. That's how you know it's at least decent, if not good. Should we fall? Had to give it a shot. I guess we didn't. We could have just kept walking and figured out that it was never gonna work. So I can jump on this guy, right? Oh, he can jump on me. Oh, okay. I don't even know what happened there. Yeah, I see what to do. Why does it start so far back? Oh wait, do I have to actually start from back there? Oh shit! What was that? Oh, is that those blocks coming at me? Or is that the end? Did I miss one? Oh, okay. I feel like that first level showed us a lot of the powers, and now they're kind of showing you what the real game's going to be like. You're not going to get every single power in every level. This is like a Mario thing. Sort of looks like one. Give me that. Probably like missed some of those like red coin things or whatever. Star coin things. Fall over, what the hell? You thought we were gonna be the stairs going up to the stairs, but we just decided to be a fucking bulldozer. Wait, can I rotate this? Oh. Damn it. Oh, okay, you can fall over any way you want. Oh god, what did I do wrong? See if I can somehow get super lucky. Jump from here. Yeah, baby. Some of these powers are wonky, man. We need a hot dog real bad. This is the last Waddle Dee. It's Capsule Corp capsule. Yeah, the other I was mainly just gonna kind of give my initial review of Fire Emblem Engage. I mean, I'm sure I'm not gonna be happy with how long it is because I just blur through these Fire Emblem games for some reason, but I almost bet that that's gonna be like my only issue with the game is that I wanted more. And if that's the only issue you have, it's not bad at all. Oh, is there like? Oh, am I supposed? I guess I'm supposed to read those. I don't know if those are there to begin with. Oh, here we go again with this shit. No. Oh shit. This right here, maybe? Oh, that wasn't that bad. Them timing, rope burning things just make you paranoid. Like you're never gonna end up time. Right. There you are, sir. Is this where I was supposed to go? Why do they hold hands at first? We're friends. Thanks for saving me. Little Dark Souls ladder, let's go. You know I was taking the blade. Windmill of shadows! No! That would happen to me. God damn it. That's like the me classic. And I could have had that blade too. Oh, even funner items. Now, is this giving it to me for the next level? There isn't a boss here, is it? Like, look at the lighting on this shit. It almost looks like it is on the PC. You guys are just watching on shitty YouTube. It looks better on the... Like, you would almost swear this is the next-gen Switch. This game looks so good. Like, think of what they could do with some real power and this type of development that Nintendo's got. And that's what I was saying. It's like, yeah, you can hate on some of these games for being a little simple, but check out what Nintendo's gonna do in like 3 years. Like, look at Mario Bros. Wonder. Engage is it's a damn near 10 out of 10 game. The next Fire Emblem is obviously gonna be fucking goated. They'd have to fuck it up to make it bad. Like, they're gonna make that shit goated easy. Mario Odyssey's probably gonna be great with all the shit that they learned since producing the first one. The first one was kind of garbage. I mean, it was a fun, chill game, but if you were playing it for like that Mario 64, Mario Sunshine, Mario Galaxy platforming action, you just got basically none of that, almost none of it. Especially in those like first like 8 worlds, there was like nothing. You just basically like walked around and collected stars. Sometimes there wasn't even a challenge at all. Like, there wasn't anything. You just collected the star. You walk around a map that's not hard to walk around and collect stars. And that's fine. That's fine for little kids. That's fine for if you're going for a chill gaming experience. But a lot of people who played Mario before Mario Odyssey we like the difficult platforming, and when you take that away, you know what I mean? The fact that I played through like almost all of that game, and the only level I remember, this might even not even. This is from Mario 3D World. This isn't. See, I don't even remember Mario Odyssey. I remember Mario Odyssey so poorly that I was confusing it for a Mario 3D World level. That one with that like Lapras, you like ride a fucking sea donkey or some shit. Alright, that level was a little too easy, but it was still, you see what I mean? Like, it didn't even matter that it was too easy, because we're at the beginning of the game. I'm on the harder difficulty. You know what I mean? We're like 4 levels away from some fun, some challenge. I can easily make it through. And I could have just dashed through these easy levels. If you got that much money and you're that critical about video games, you can easily just dash through shit, you know? Guess we'll check this out, see if it's short. Yeah, give me my cuts. I like my sword and I like my boomerang sword. That's what I play Kirby for, specifically those two power-ups and the ice power-up from Crystal Shards. I never knew that. We never owned that game, so I never knew the name of it. When I was a kid, I don't think I knew the name of it. I just thought of it as Kirby 64. I think I got to play it a little bit. I don't remember if our cousin borrowed it to us once. Or we might have owned it and somebody stole the video game from us. So I never got to play it that much. I played it quite a bit as a kid. Like, for example, I knew exactly what Bomberman Hero was when I was a kid, right? And even though I loved Kirby Crystal Shards, I don't even know exactly what the game's called. I don't remember the name, you know what I mean? And I bet you if they made another Kirby for the 64, or a good one for the GameCube, they didn't even make a game for the GameCube that was Kirby, like a normal one. I'm not really sure why. I guess Crystal Shards didn't do good or something. But if they would have made another one, I probably would know the name, you know what I mean? Just like I was sort of aware of what Fire Emblem Three Houses was, but I had no clue what the fucking name was. Till I got back into Fire Emblem and looked them all up and researched all the games and everything. But yeah, Fire Emblem Engage, if I had it, you know, that was pretty much my mini review. You already know what I think of it. Oh shit, what am I doing here? Well, then we could just spam this shit and go. I have a feeling some of these later on are gonna get fucking a little bit annoying, a little bit hard. This is literal Bomberman power-up. Sometimes you gotta love Nintendo. Bomb shoe bowling. What is with them and like making bombs like slide across the map and shit? This one's gonna be really easy. See you later, suckers. There might have been like some hidden coins or something. I don't care about that. I mean, I'd like to tiptoe my way through every video game, but the older you get, the more you realize you gotta pick and choose your battles, you know what I mean? Yeah, it'll result in more time played, more fun, more videos, all those types of things. I'm not sure what those treasures do yet. I'm sure soon we should go back to like this Waddle Dee place or whatever. And power up something or whatever. I'm assuming we go across this lake or something, I don't know. It was a fun second little level. Hopefully this one is like as badass as it looks. Yeah, and for example, playing this, just right now, that little bit, gave me more urges to play Donkey Kong Country Returns and Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze than I've ever had since like whenever that game came out. I think we might have rented Tropical Freeze and Returns from like Gamefly a long time ago and just had them for like a few days or something and didn't really play it much. Back then I didn't really play any kid games. I only played Halo when I went to college and went to work. That's basically all I had time for. And lifting weights and stuff. But you know what I mean? Just the fact that I could play that simple little game. And there were so many little bits and pieces that Nintendo, or whoever made it, HAL Laboratory, I don't even know. Nintendo threw in the game that made me love it, that made me think about other games that remind me of this game. Yooka-Laylee and the Impossible Lair, Super Lucky Tail, Pumpkin Jack, Spyro, the Spyro Trilogy remake, Crash Bandicoot, you know what I mean? Just playing a little bit of this got me interested in all those games, and guess what? I have Donkey Kong Country Returns in the other room, and I still want to beat that game one day, you know what I mean? So yeah, we're gonna get that, and we'll probably get Tropical Freeze at some point. It might be the kind of game that I like buy and then I sell back on eBay and take a $5 loss or whatever, $10 loss. But whatever, you know what I mean? And guess what? I wouldn't even have been interested in this game. Probably not until Mario Wonder, you know? I probably wouldn't have been into any of those games. But I played this for a few minutes, and it is a good game, and it is underrated. You know, I don't easily, like, my willpower to play video games does not come easy to me, you know what I mean? I have to fucking force myself to do it a lot of the times. But once I start playing, giving them a chance and start pushing myself a little bit, guess what? The ball gets rolling, and I start steamrolling through 60-hour Fire Emblem games in 2 days, you know what I mean? 4 days later. And I'm actually savoring these Fire Emblem games. I could easily play them faster, easily. The only reason I'm not playing it that fast is because I know in about a week when I beat it, I'm going to be sad because there's going to be no more games, you know what I mean? I'll have to wait 2 to 3 years most likely. And that's the other thing is like these games. So some people hate these games. I'm over here like I'm so fucking worried that they're not going to make a sequel, or I'm going to be like 40 by the time that they make a sequel. You know what I mean? Because I want to enjoy these games while I'm still young. You know what I mean? Anyways, that's some stuff I've been going through. Much love to you guys. Sorry for the non-gameplay episode. I just had to dip my toe back, or feet back, you know, dip my toes back into this game a little bit. And we will be adding, like, Donkey Kong Country Returns, Bayonetta 3, a lot of the games coming at the end of the summer. Hopefully Lords of the Fallen gets good reviews and I decide to buy it. I'm not going to buy it right away. I do want to see the reviews first. I generally trust, like, most of the time, IGN. Unless it sounds like they're just way out there with the review. Sometimes they are off, but I'm not saying I know they're like the generic one. I'm not stupid. I'm not stupid, but I don't just check IGN. I check IGN and then I check a couple other people that I trust, like Maximilian Dude, GamerRanks, buy it, try before you buy crap or whatever, before you buy. I check other places and then, sure, a lot of people do this. And that's how I decided I wanted to play Final Fantasy 16. That's how I decided I wanted to play Fire Emblem, Three Houses, and Engage. That's how I decided, you know what I mean? And guess what? I'm loving all of those games. That's how I decided I wanted to play Nier Automata back in the day, and we got the PS5, and guess what? Now I love Nier Automata too, you know? I actually would have played a couple more sessions. I've just been saving it because I know it's probably shorter than Final Fantasy 16, you know? I don't want to blow through the game super fast. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be a point in my life where I do start just blowing through games. Probably when I'm like 45-ish. Just to save my time and, you know, make the most of it. I'll probably have more money at that point too, so it won't be as detrimental just to burn through some games once in a while. I'm not like losing money really as much as I would be now. Yeah, I've been interested in buying like a laptop and a gaming handheld and a new gaming monitor, play on something that's a little higher quality so I can see my games like Dark Souls and Elden Ring and Bloodborne and Horizon and even some of these Switch games that look pretty good. Just want to see them on a bigger screen and some nicer colors because the TN panels from like 4 or 5 years ago are starting to get outdated. They're like this game looks so colorful and shit, but you go and look at a game that has less color and it's dark as fuck and it looks so bad on this panel. And I know, like, Bloodborne's a little older, and so it kind of deserves to look a little muddy and shit, but... No, these TN panels, the viewing angles just kind of suck on anything that's dark, you know? Any game that has a lot of blacks in it, a lot of dark, they just don't work. It's almost, sometimes almost unplayable, like it strains your eyes to, like, have to look so closely and to make sure you're not going to get sneak attacked by an enemy, or make sure you're not missing something. Make sure you're going the right way before you're in trouble. You enter a boss room on accident and lose 5,000 blood echoes and get really fucking mad. Almost had souls. Really weird to me that they never made a sequel to Bloodborne. I don't know, maybe it didn't sell that good because it was a PlayStation exclusive or something? I don't know. That's most of the commentary I have for today. Having a good time lifting some weights and doing some yoga, taking some walks. Things have been going pretty good for me. I'm just waiting for some fresh food around the house so I can eat up and eat some good quality stuff. Other than that, things are going pretty good. I have a hard time not fucking turning on Fire Emblem Engage every 2 minutes. If I was playing that game as much as I wanted to, in the last 2 days, I probably would have already gotten to, like, over halfway through chapter 15, super high leveled characters and shit. Done most of the all the side stuff. I had to, like, force myself to play some other games. We'll see how that goes. I'm fucking addicted to that Fire Emblem. But yeah, we'll rant about some reviews later this year. I'm sure there's going to be some bad reviews for Mario Wonder and some bad reviews for Lords of the Fallen and stuff like that. And I'll trash talk those bad reviews for fun. I swear, I gotta be missing something here. Maybe it was just the first level had, like, info boxes on all the powers or something? I don't know, man. Maybe you can do it here at the Waddle Dee place? I remember a screen where you could, like, upgrade your powers and you could, like, see something of some kind. I don't know what that goes. I should probably learn. What? You're telling me they're gonna keep giving me coins and shit? Yeah, I don't got the patience for that. See, like, I mean, if I had a kid or if my nephew was, like, into video games, like, this would be so fun. It's like running around, smacking each other and beating up some dumbass bad guys. No, I just... Oh, I thought I, like, killed him for good or something. Got me. Maybe you gotta get some of these Waddle Dees and then you can upgrade. That's a problem with seeing, like, people talk about a game before you play it, because that kind of ruins my experience of some of this. Because I know some things that I shouldn't. Spring Breeze mode. Okay, hero of time. He always even had a green hat, too. I'm gonna finish you off, Nini. I forgot what this guy's name is. Collection. These are just figures. Figures. LOL. I guess the game saves for me. 2%? We're only 2% of the way through. You know how many fucking platformers these days you play the first level and you're like 18% of the way through the game? Here's looking at you, Bloodstain. Here's looking at you, fucking Bell Boomerang. Kaze and the Wild Masks. Need I go on? Record of Lodos War. Flynn, Son of Crimson. I might have threw one of those games under the bus, but... No, see, I love all those games. I was just talking about how short they are, and how you can even... Like, they're already short, but if you wanted to, you could beat them so fast and just, like, kind of waste your money because you beat it too fast. So I'm about to head out and relax for the rest of my day, maybe play a couple of chill games. I'll be back at my grind for tomorrow. Things have been going a lot better for me, feeling a lot better these days. Getting outside a lot more. Thankfully, there isn't as many horseflies. At least that for now. And it's gonna be, you know, I don't want it to be winter yet, but it's gonna be a damn fun winter. I mean, Hollow Knight, plus Lords of the Fallen, plus Mario Wonder. I think there's another one in October that I was really excited about, another game. I'm mad that I can't think of it right now, but there's just some really good games coming out. You know, I know I'm going to be super sad after I beat my Fire Emblem games, because there's not really anything to replace those games. They're kind of a one-of-a-kind thing. And now I kind of regret ever having got back into them, because if I didn't, I would have had them all to play like next year, you know? Maybe a year with less video games. I just really hope that they kind of got a formula for them and they can start releasing them like every 2 years, you know? Because like back on the Game Boy Advance, we got them pretty quick. And then we didn't even get one of them and we still got them kind of quick back on the Game Boy Advance. And then they just never kind of came out that fast. But I feel like between the 2 games on the 3DS and the 2 for the Switch, I know those were all 3 years apart, which is fine. 3 years isn't that bad. If it's only 3 years, that's okay. I can wait that long. I can't wait 3 more years for a Smash Bros. Game, I'll say that. But I just feel like then if they do make another Fire Emblem game, I feel like the next one might be the first one that comes out fast, you know? Because they already did all this work on the Switch games, so they can kind of take that foundation from Three Houses and Engage, and hopefully that cuts out some of the development time, but still gives us a game that is possibly better than those 2 games. If they one-up Engage, I'm going to be really happy. Engage would have to fucking suck after this for it to get the reviews. People must have just hated the fucking emblem thing, or the ring thing. I don't want to ruin the game for anyone, but... Spoiler warning, the fucking ring powers are fucking sick. One of the best. I didn't even like them at first. At first I was like, oh, this is stupid. You just make your character overpowered and then you just win. And then like three levels later, it was challenging and it's fun. It's perfectly balanced. And the ring powers became extremely interesting. And they're very well done, and they're in-depth, and every character can take advantage of them, and it's just so cool. Anyways, that's all the bullshitting I could do for today. The only reason I made this commentary is because I was kind of bored. I already played hours and hours of games, and did a bunch of stuff to take care of my health today, so I'm just kind of... I don't know, it gets frustrating at the end of the day, when I tried so hard the whole day to keep my attitude up, and then at the end of the day I'm kind of like bored of everything. It's really disheartening sometimes, and that's why I do these bonus commentaries, just to kind of share how I'm feeling and see if I can, you know, vent some of that some of those negative feelings. It's frustrating when you know you love something so much, but you can feel that it's like not gonna be fun until tomorrow or the next day because you're just burnt out. But yeah, that's pretty much it. A lot of games gonna be hopping in real soon. There's so many of them. Could go on and on. Dragon Quest, Nier Automata, Nier Replicant, the sequel, Thymasia, all those new games coming out that I keep talking about that are coming out this year. It has been kind of disappointing for Metroidvanias. Actually, I should say extremely disappointing because Hollow Knight got delayed. We didn't hear anything for Crowsworn, which was originally supposed to be out already. Gestalt got delayed. And there's some other ones that are similar to Gestalt. Like, I think one of them is called Being and Becoming. I think that game got delayed. Almost every Metroidvania that was good got delayed. And, like, After Image looks pretty fun. And Heroine Anthem. And, what's the other one that's kind of like up the same alley with those? After Image. I forgot. There's another one that's pretty similar to those games that also looks pretty fun. And like those, I'm not saying they're bad games. I just mean they're not replacements for a Hollow Knight Silksong. You know what I mean? They're more like if you like Castlevania and you like a chill Metroidvania, sort of like 9 Years of Shadow, then you'll probably like those games. You know what I mean? And they'll probably feel like an 8 out of 10 or 9 out of 10 at best while you're playing them. Like, that's how fun they'll be. And that's fine. I'm going to buy some of those games, and I'm sure I'm going to beat a lot of them. It's just not getting those big ones and the ones at the end of last year sucking, like Moonscars, and not that game is horrible, it just wasn't worth the price and wasn't what it looked like. There's a lot more generic feeling than you ever thought it would be, based off of the trailers. But that game was a disappointment, and There Is No Light was a disappointment. And what was the other one? Ah, damn, I can't remember now. Oh, Tarnishing of Juxtia. That game was fucking trash. Oh my god, they made that game look so good in the trailers, and then it was so fucking trash. And I even gave it a damn good shot. I wanted to like that game. It was just really bad. And like, props to the developers. Like, they could definitely make a really good Souls-like Metroidvania, but that one just didn't work out. Talk about a game that makes you want to go speedrun Super Metroid or do something fun with your life. Jesus Christ. So yeah, that's pretty much it for gaming talk today. Hopefully we don't have to roast too many more gaming reviewer idiots. You might as well, if you're going to negative review good games, you might as well just say, I hate life. I hate everything about life. I'm just a negative fucking pussy. I like old games that suck. Because they're attached to my heartstrings when I was a kid. Like, then you might as well just turn into some weirdo and explain yourself like that. Anyways, I'm going to rest up and recharge. And I'm sure I'll be back tomorrow for a good 6 to 10 hours of gameplay. And yeah, just going to keep on the uppity up. So far this end of July and beginning of August has been really good for me, and I'm excited to see where the rest of the year goes, honestly. I was in the beginning of the year, I was really excited for Hollow Knight, obviously, but really excited for Zelda and Final Fantasy 16 and Street Fighter 6. And now I feel like I'm almost even more excited for Armored Core, Lords of the Fallen, Mario Wonder, and Hollow Knight again. Oh, how long has it been since I played Hollow Knight, the first one? I can't remember if I played it in like December or if I played it in March. I have no fucking clue. I even played that game and rushed playing it because I thought they were going to release Hollow Knight when they said they or Silksong when they said they were going to. That game better be fucking massive, though. Like, if that game isn't the biggest Metroidvania ever and the best one ever, I'm going to be pretty fucking mad, I ain't going to lie. And honestly, they're probably going to charge $30 to $60 for that beast. Which kind of sucks. So yeah, I'll be back soon. Oh yeah, Resident Evil 4, duh, how did I forget about that? That was like the big game of the year for me. That game is still probably going to be my game of the year, but who knows? Actually, I would have gave it game of the year, but they didn't come out with any sort of DLC for content wise, so it kind of fell off for me. As far as like the feeling I have about it, I still don't like when I played it. It was so fun. It was a 10 out of 10 easy. But now that I beat it and I beat it a bunch of times and did the speed run for it, like now it's like been there, done that, and they're not adding content, and they're not even giving us any hope about the next Resident Evil. So there's a good chance it could end up as like some co-op garbage like Resident Evil 5. I'm not saying it's the worst game ever. It's just if you like Resident Evil 4 and you're devoted to that game, Resident Evil 5 just doesn't hit the same notes. It doesn't hit the same spot. And like if I had a good friend to do it with, that would make it a little better. But I don't like have a Resident Evil buddy, you know what I mean? I'm not really interested in making a friend to play a single co-op game together either. Well, who knows? Maybe it'll work out. Maybe I'm sure they're going to end up making the next game fucking co-op. They always change it up. I really wish they would just stick with Resident Evil 2, 3, and 4, what those games were doing, because those games are sick. Especially when you get them on sale, like, holy shit. Yeah, I'll probably hop into Resident Evil Village before the year's over. I'll save that game as kind of like my intermediate, I can't say that word. I'll save that game as like my buffer until the next Resident Evil comes out. Which is probably going to be another 3 fucking years. I understand it takes time to make games, but it's weird to me that it's like, why don't you guys just start the next one? Like, technology isn't progressing that fast anymore, you know what I mean? And you know these games sell like fucking hotcakes. Give us Smash Bros. Ultimate 2, give us fucking Halo 3-2, give us fucking Bloodborne 2, give us fucking Dark Souls 3-2, give us fucking Nier Automata 3, give us, you know what I mean? Like, pump these suckers out. I don't even care if some of the content's fucking average. If it's based off of a good game, even an average version, even like an average sequel is still fucking playable as hell, you know? Like Dark Souls 2, like people think that game's bad. When I was playing through it the first time, it was a 10 out of 10. It was fun. Okay, some of those levels were a little wonky. We'll give it a 9.75, but it was still like the first time you played through it and you're like rolling down a fucking well and killing yourself to get fucking items, and it was just fun as fuck. You're like in this area you shouldn't be yet, but you're fucking doing it anyway somehow, just barely. I don't know, the feeling of that is just not like other games, and anyone who's like a true Dark Souls fan knows what I'm talking about. Dark Souls 3 did that really well, too. Yeah, what more can I say? Pretty much talked your ear off and talked my mind out of I can't even say the word mind. I talked my mind out of content. When I can't finish a sentence, then you know I've talked a little bit too long and a little bit too fast. But I'll be back with a lot more Nintendo Switch games. It's been a blast playing on this thing. You know, I wish I could have told myself when I first got the Switch that, hey dude, I know you hate the system right now, but 4 or 5 years from now you're going to be like, this shit's dope. Then I wouldn't have felt so bad. You know, I just felt so negative about it because after I played Mario Odyssey and I was like, wait, this is it? You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing else. That's why I didn't really check out Ultimate right away, and that's why I didn't know anything about Fire Emblem Three Houses or any of these other newer Switch games. this Kirby game and Bayonetta 3 and a couple others getting announced for the Switch in the last few years are the reasons why I came back to the Switch, though. I did come back to the Switch for Smash Ultimate eventually, but that was more because I was into Smash Bros. It wasn't because I was into the Switch. Yeah, that's one of those games where it was like, I thought I wouldn't like it because it didn't have wave dashing and shit, and then it ends up being a 10 out of 10 for me. Alright, so catch you guys down the road. Much love. And see you then.